here, let me tell y'all something. Spirit don't give a damn where you at, what you doing. When them downloads drop and they tell you to drop a message to talk to the people, you just gotta stop what you're doing and talk to the people, you know? And in case you don't know who I am Taisha Arise, also known as DarkYogi, owner of the Self-Centered LLC, and occasional facilitator for Yogi Meetup. Happy Gregorian New Year before we jump right into it. But today we're going to talk about demons. Can we talk about demons? We're going to talk about demons. Now what's even funnier is while I'm waiting on my next bus. Y'all see that? Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. All money counts. And I'm at the crossroads intersection. So shout out to Yeshua on this Wednesday. So I was talking with my peer, shout out to ArchAngel Gabriella, the other day. And we was talking about demons, right? What are demons? Well, based on the findings that we came to, basically demons are your fragmented shadow selves. They're with you ever since your mama fucked you up, your daddy fucked up, trigger warning, you got sexually assaulted, you came through the womb in a fucking hospital and a white man caught you. Them demons hopped on and latched on, and they've been with you ever since. You're just trying to get your attention, right? But because it don't feel good, you fight them, you run from them, you like your shadows. And then you wonder why you keep running into people who hold you and exploit you, because they know your demons better than you do, which is scary ass. All right, so let me go ahead and give a disclaimer, right? So not everybody is ordained by the Most High Mother and Father through Source or the All or God or Oludumare to do this kind of work. Right now, everybody is responsible for handling and navigating their own traumas, of course, but not everyone is called to or chosen in terms of like ambassadors for their bloodline to activate others, right? Activate, minister to, so on and so forth, right? And this is where a lot of people get the game fucked up and end up causing more harm than good when they don't know that they're supposed to be staying in their lane. But for one, they haven't not necessarily chosen it yet, but they haven't really leaned into it, right? And that usually happens after a season of conviction, once they have or abused their gifts, right? Speaking from experience. Oh, and before I go too far, I also want to give a shout out to Big Brother Archangel Michael or Michelle for, first-handedly teaching me about sibling rivalry and just how deadly that can become when there are misunderstandings. And if you want to catch up on the backstory on that one, follow my YouTube, the Self-Centered LLC, and leave your questions, comments, and concerns there, and I'll get back to you whenever my energy calls for it, or whenever the fuck I feel like it. And like I said, not everybody is called, or not everybody is chosen to do the work, but everybody is responsible for doing their own work. And piggybacking off what I just said about YouTube, over there you'll recognize a lot of the demonic oppression that I was under. And when I use demonic oppression in that context, this is what I mean by unconscious. I was in a state of perpetual victimhood, habitually attracting predators and just staying prey. For one, I chose that, but that's a whole nother story for another day. Check out my Victim to Alchemist course on the link in the description, right? So now when you in that state of just why me? Why is this always happening? It's really unconscious. You're unconsciously attracting the shadow aspects of your demon, right? And that's because predators speak the language of your demon better than you. And this is when codependency come in, right? So your demon, right? You thinking or you feeling like, this is the one, this is the job, this is the location for me, so on and so forth. But really, it's just like, nah, you're being triangulated by other demon speakers in your area, in your vocation, right? Your race, your religion, your creed, whatever the commonality is, right? There is always going to be someone that loves to eat prey, especially unconscious prey. Because again, they're just trying to get you to look at them to see me. Hey, I'm still here. Or ego, I've always been here. I'm the one that's been helping you survive, so on and so forth. But they need to mature as well. But they can only mature if you acknowledge them. So you attract more and more experiences, getting your heart broke, losing money, health fucked up, all types of shit. Failures and failures and failures. Only to realize your shadow is over here, whispering in your ear, sabotaging every fucking thing you thought was meant for your highest good. And then you reach your season of Job, when everything is stripped from you. Shout out to spiritual and psychological warfare. And Lord, I hope my lips wasn't crusty. I've been using this Colay lip conditioner, and it's doing this thing, baby. It's getting these lips together. It's a lip conditioner. Okay, see, that's attention span. All right, so while you're going through your season of Job or Jobisha, you're really in the crux of the victimhood. Like, you're really trying to get to the source of why me. And in some cases, and again, this is on a case-by-case basis, people do be throwing work at folks, putting you in jar, and you don't even realize you done pissed somebody off. You just talking, going on about your day, and next thing you know, you in a fucking jar or in a graveyard. Or you got a chatty coworker who won't stop talking about your ex that you was all up their ass, and then when y'all broke up, she won't stop asking about that ex because she actually favored that ex, and now you know, put her in the freezer. Next thing you know, you got high blood pressure. But even in that, you're brought back to yourself, because damn, I do be eating pork rinds and fucking neck bones and fat backs and drinking Coca-Cola all the time. So I might need to get that together, right? And get to the root of, why am I eating like this? Why am I a salty bitch? You know, what is the root of that? So all of it works for your higher good to bring you back to yourself, right? That's the get you gotcha. Like, we really, demons get a bad rap, and ultimately I feel like that's what I'm here to let y'all know and give y'all the gospel or the good news of that your demons are really just aspects of yourself, and it leaves you aspects of yourself that you have abandoned. Your demons got abandonment issues? Ooh. And that's why you have a hard time moving on from situations and relationships and your favorite snacks when they've been discontinued, or just all types of shit. Sometimes you can even become violent towards the things that are trying to ascend, you know, once they feel, or it feels like, the purpose has been served. You know, contract is ready to be canceled, right? But in turn, that is a you problem, not a them. But Ty, they've been with me my whole life. How do I get rid of them? I'm glad you asked. You sit with yourself. You know, they say you sit with your anger long enough and it'll tell you that is grief or shame or fear. Same thing with your demons. But a lot of times, they don't like to be alone, which circles back to that codependency shit, whether it's codependency on a person, on a substance, weed, alcohol, drink, books, scrolling for hours and hours, your children. It it really just depends. Or food, or sex. Just tap in with your 7 deadly sins, right? You got greed, you got gluttony, you got pride, you got sloth. You can be addicted to doing fucking nothing. And usually that sloth thing is when you're not in alignment with your purpose. And that's really one of like the biggest sins in my opinion, even though they're all created equal, but I'm fucking biased. Which also reminds me, you fucking destiny swapping motherfucker. Why don't you want to be you? Can't nobody be you better than you. Can't nobody be me better than me. Why the fuck you want to go through what I... Focus. God ain't through with me yet, okay? Get back centered. The self-centered. But yeah, man. Should be wild because when the assignment is over, the comfort that one may or may not have felt when under the protection and covering of the person who's fluent in speaking your demon's language, it can be fucking scary. It can be scary to realize, like, oh my God, it's really me versus me. And you can, end up having feelings of like anxiety, doom and gloom and dread, because something in you is ultimately trying to die, right? And if you're not careful, you can fuck around and expedite your death date. Again, shout out to Archangel Michael for that misunderstanding. That kind of happened to me too. But that's another story for another day. Offsetting karmic debt onto another. And actually, this does tie into this. Hold on now. And that's that feeling of dread and doom and gloom, is because now I'm going to have to carry this karmic weight and debt on my own. I no longer have my interpreter or demonology language mediator interpreter guy or gal to speak for me. Speak for me, speak through me. And now I'm going to have to do this on my own, or else I'm going to keep attracting more and more predicaments that aren't quite favorable to the outcome that I want. You realize your manifestations are being blocked, your money's drying up. I mean, true enough, you can be in a jar in somebody's freezer type shit, but aside from that, the way to combat that is to get to know your demons, because apparently them motherfuckers know your demons better than you do, and that's what left you open for attack or an entry point, or this scheming ass boyfriend or girlfriend or mom you can't seem to let go, or dad you keep on chasing after knowing they don't really fuck with you like that, and then you go home and you take it out on your person or your fucking dog, or that one mousy coworker, or that one neighbor of yours that always has the perfectly manicured lawn. Let's go throw some bullshit in there and kill their grass. You're such a fucking hater. But you're just racking on more karmic debt. And now, the worst aspects, or the lowest aspects of those demon personalities, or demonic personalities, now you gotta stick to that script, because it's your dominant personality now. You're the mean girl, right? But it doesn't feel good after a while. Nobody fucking likes you, or everybody likes you, because you're a fake ass bitch. Bitch is gender neutral, by the way. But all that masking is tearing you apart. It's eating up your stomach, got your fibromyalgia acting up. The arthritis is eating at your joints. It's fucking with your skin, your hair falling out. It's all types of autoimmune shit popping up. That ain't really who you are. It might be who you post, P-O-S-T. That might be who you post yourself to be, but that ain't who you are. And your demons fucking know it. You gonna fuck around and your demons gonna be the death of you. But here's the thing. You make peace with them. You integrate with them. They become your best friend and your ally. And other people demons start coming and telling you about what their host is doing or not doing. That's when you're ranking done up. But when your demons trust me or trust a predator more than they trust you, you know you done fucked up, right? But Ty, why would my demons trust you or anybody else more than they trust me? I'm their host. Because we don't judge. We don't judge what we understand or understand or overstand. There's one thing I always say is, like, I know myself when I see it. Yeah. My demons recognize a lot of y'all's demons. But it can sometimes evoke feelings of hatred or jealousy or envy. You don't even know why. Because our demons are communicating and they're telling me things or communicating with my auric field, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling where your blockages are, and it's not because I'm like this some mystical being. It's because I've done the fucking work. I practice, I train, I take the classes, I've done therapy, in and out of therapy since I was 10 years old. Like, I've made peace with them. My demons were friends, and your demons are my allies. But if you want to stop running for your demons and you want to integrate with them and get to know them better, consider booking a session with me. Or don't. Oh, and as a side note, maybe it should look like this for 12. As a side note, your demons and entities, they're actually intelligent. And they can evolve and they can mature alongside you if you choose, right? Or without you. It's really up to you. And that's part of the work that I do, whether it's through Shibari, Reiki, or body work, because we're going to have a conversation first. The consultation is free. So we're going to have a conversation first, see where we at on the scale, and go from there. Because I might not be the practitioner for you. Praise fucking God, I'm not for everybody. And you ain't for everybody either. I hope you realize that sooner than later. But please know, your environment can and will change once you grow and evolve with your demons. Your food choices, everything upgrades. Everything upgrades. Your taste in women, men, humans at all. Like, at this point, I think I'm asexual. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm just getting closer with God, remembering who I am now that I'm fully whole and not in fragments all over the fucking place. Shout out to Anubis. Anyway, it's lunchtime. I'm about to go. Check the link in the description. Book a session or don't. Free will.